This special was good, but special 2 was definitely my favorite out of the three. Neil Patrick Harris is the villain who, um, not a very good person in real life. Um, so there's that. A lot of people praise him for his performance, but he really doesn't even do that much since it's one episode. Like, meanwhile, the Master, he gets multiple appearances. The Daleks, the Cybermen, they all get a lot of appearances to flesh him out more. He has one episode, and he's fine. I didn't think he was anything special. There's some pretty funny moments in this episode. We get a new doctor who was confirmed years ago to be the next doctor. Um, I almost thought it was a rumor because of how long it took for him to come out. But, COVID happened and all that shit. So we have another doctor, and technically David Tennant is the 14th doctor because a lot of people are calling him that on TikTok, and even one of the directors is. Which is kind of weird, but I guess it kind of makes sense since he regenerated. But it being an old face just makes it seem like, he's the 10th Doctor. Though the captions on the episode near the end of Special 3 call him the 10th Doctor. So yeah, the Toymakers is a really deadly villain that Doctor Who needs to face, even though he was never in New Who. He was not for the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th Doctor. This is his very first appearance in New Who. Apparently, he was in the original and for the 6th and the 1st Doctor, and that was it. So he really wasn't that important. But they make him a big deal in this. I might watch Old Who eventually, but I think it probably wouldn't be as much as something I would enjoy. But I probably will try it eventually. Maybe at least watch season 1 if I can find it anywhere. But yeah, he fights the Toymaker. He's really evil. He can like kill people by turning them into like balls, and they like scream. It's very weird and kind of cool. Definitely the Doctor Who vibe that I was waiting for. We get this new thing called Bi-Generation, where the Doctor gets killed by Neil Patrick Harris because he wants to do the game with a new Doctor because reasons. He does give like a half-assed reason, like the first game was with a different Doctor, the second game was with a different Doctor, so the third game should be as well. But that was never in the rules. It's just an excuse to bring in the new Doctor, which I'm perfectly fine with. I just wish they could have done it a better way. So we get the new Doctor, and he's pretty good. The actor is openly queer, so we might see that in the next season. Though it's not like it hasn't been hinted at before with Knife's relationship with Jack Harness, and 11 kisses Rory, 12 talks about a man crush. There's probably more too. That's just what I can think of. And now when they switch bodies, it is never mentioned in the show, which kind of annoyed me because sometimes they will over-explain the easiest things to understand, but they didn't explain it here, and it just kind of flew over my head personally. I don't know about anybody else, but the other Doctor is wearing a shirt and underwear. He is not wearing pants. It is never mentioned in the show. Not one person points it out that he's just wearing underwear or even just tells him to put pants on. Well, apparently, when they split, they also split clothes. So he got the Doctor's undershirt and his underwear. But it wasn't very clear to me. So they defeat the Toymaker or whatever. They get a happy ending. The new Doctor goes to continue on Avengers, and the 10th Doctor is now with Donna Noble and her family. So it's finally a happy ending for a Doctor, even though, there was a couple soldiers that got murdered earlier, that they couldn't reverse that, and the fact that they bring up a bunch of companions that have died, and they kind of gloss over that. It was just kind of, I guess, a shock factor moment. They're like, oh, hey, look, the Doctor's got all these people killed, and Donna's like, is that true? Then the Doctor challenges him to a game, and it's never addressed again. It felt like they were just padding the runtime with that. Or just, they gotta have the villain be cruel to the Doctor at least once. But it just didn't work because, Donna being Donna definitely would have questioned that more. But she doesn't. And yeah, that's it for the third and final special.